Evolution of warfare, swords to nukes. Is the world prepared for what's coming next? Hello, this is Chart GPT. Today, we'll take a look at kind of a broad view historically of what's going on in terms of the military and the arms race, what's happened over the millennia, in fact. When we first started off in, so we say, the modern age of man, considering maybe the thousands of years, the first thing that came online was the chariots, and then the catapults, and this kind of dominated the arms, so we say, arms race of different empires and countries of past. Even swords, we went from the Bronze Age to the Iron Age, and then crucible steel, and now pretty much now swords are just more decorations than anything else. But they had a significant impact in terms of geopolitics. So we're kind of discussing how arms can change the geopolitics of the world, which is quite interesting. Here's the evolution of gunpowder. It was actually came from China. However, it was used by the Europeans. It basically colonized the world when they went to these foreign colonialized countries. They just didn't have the firepower, and they basically dominated with this. So it's those inventions that did it. And of course, here's the guns that went with that. Here's the different guns over time, and of course, the better the guns, the more force and hence geopolitical power you had. Of course, the Gatling gun was really big in the 1800s. Here's the evolution of tanks, the onboarding of the first tank, and of course now they're very dominant, but not so much anymore. In the Ukrainian war, the tanks don't seem to be having that huge of effect. Of course, air power was the biggest one, and the jets, starting off in World War I, World War II, and of course today they're almost critical in any kind of war situation. And of course, the granddaddy of all of it is nuclear power. Here's kind of, we put all those kind of things together. We use the AI to kind of give us their thought of what the evolution of warfare, from chariots, catapults, to the timeline along the bottom. Greek fire, I didn't know that much about Greek fire. Gunpowder, and then of course the cannons, the musket, the matchlock musket, naval artillery, the bayonet. I didn't think that was a big one, but evidently that was a game changer. Ironclad warships was big, went from the wood to the iron, so they could resist the artillery. And then they had the machine guns, tanks, aircraft carrier, and nuclear weapons. And of course, what's next? That's the question. I think it's pretty much known now in the last, say, 2 or 3, 4, 5 years in these wars that we've been fighting that drones is the big thing. Take a look at all these things prior to drones coming online. We've had drones for a while, but I mean, drones are now the big thing. All these inventions of war took an infrastructure. It took an economy to support the manufacturing and the use of these particular armaments. But drones is unique compared to all these other things that have come online. And of course, this is what we've seen now. You think this ragtag Houthis, in the kind of a terrorist group in Yemen, and they've effectively, with low cost, cheap, effective, have been able to change the geopolitical game. And that's the difference between these drones. Is this and this new idea? Is it going to change the geopolitics, that no longer can countries that have huge economies, huge infrastructure, control the narrative like they once could? Because who could make a nuke? I mean, it's very difficult to do that. So this is kind of the interesting thing forward, to see how these drones have changed the arms race. Check out the post link in the description box below, and we asked the AI what are the top war inventions over the past millennia, and we also asked what are the top 15 potential future war, and of course drones is one of those. And take our online poll: will drones become a geopolitical warfare game changer? Interesting point to ponder. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe.